everyone! Differentiation is a fundamental concept in calculus that deals with finding the rate at which a function changes. It determines the derivative of a function, which represents the slope of the tangent line at any given point. In differentiation, we have 6 types of rules. First is the constant rule, power rule, constant multiple rule, sum and difference rule, product rule, and the quotient rule. So with regards to the different types of differentiation rules, we will try to give examples in order for you to fully understand it. So without further ado, let's go! So let us first discuss the most two basic rules in differentiation. First one is the constant rule, wherein here the derivative of a constant function is always equal to 0. Here is the example number 1. We have f of x is equal to 10 and its derivative is f of x is equal to 0. We have also example number 2. F of x is equal to the square root of 3, where its derivative is equals to 0. We also have here the second basic rule, which is the power rule, where it has the formula f of x equals x to the power of n. Then the derivative of f with respect to x is equal to n times x to the power of n minus 1. So we have here example number 1, where f of x is equal to x raised to 4 and f with respect to x is equal to 4x raised to 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1, we have 4x raised to 3. So from the given formula, you just need to minus 1 from the exponent. Let us now move to the third differentiation rule, which is the constant multiple rule. So f of x equals k times h of x. For example, f of x is equal to 5x raised to 4. In here, you need to multiply 4 to the constant, which is 5. So 4 times 5, x raised to 4. Follow the second rule, which is the power rule. So 4 minus 1 equals to 4 times 5, 20. X, 4 minus 1, 3. So your final answer is 20x raised to 3. So for the fourth rule, we need to combine all the first rules. So in here we have an example. F of x is equals to 2x raised to 2 plus 4x plus 10 is equals to 2 times 2 x 2 minus 1 plus 1 times 4x plus 0. So equals 2 times 2 equals 4. X 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So you don't need to put the 1 in there, plus 4. So your final answer is 4x plus 4. So let us now move to the fifth rule, which is the product rule. So for example, we have y equals 4 parentheses 4x squared minus 3 parentheses times 2x squared minus 3x over f of x and g of x. So here in the product rule, we need to find for the derivatives of f of x and g of x. So the derivative of f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 3 is equal to 8x. For the g of x, we have 2x raised to the power of 2 minus 3x is equal to 4x minus 3. So in order to solve for the product rule, we need to follow the formula. F of x multiply for the derivative of g of x plus g of x multiply to the derivative of f of x. So we have here y equals 4x squared minus 3 times 4x minus 3 plus 2x squared minus 3 times 8x. So, 4x squared multiplied by 4x is equals to 16x cubed. 4x squared multiplied by negative 3 is equal to negative 12x squared. Negative 3 times 4x is equal to negative 1x, and negative 3 times negative 3 is equal to positive 9. 2x squared times 8x is equal to 16x cubed, and negative 3x times 8x is equal to negative 24x squared. So 16x cubed minus 12x squared minus 1x plus 9 plus positive times 16x cubed is equal to positive 16x cubed. Positive times negative 24x cubed squared is equal to negative 24x squared. After this, combine all the similar terms. So 16x cubed plus 16x cubed equals 32x cubed. And negative 12x squared minus 24x squared is equal to negative 36x squared. Copy negative 1x and 9.
For our last rule, we have the quotient rule. In this rule, we will be following a formula for us to be able to answer the given example later on. For our example number 1, we have h of x is equal to x squared plus 6 over 6x plus 5. For our f prime of x is equal to x squared plus 6, the answer will be 2x. For our g prime of x will be 6. Let's now combine our given. We have x squared plus 6 times 6 minus 6x plus 5 times 6 over 6x plus 5 squared. Next, we will be multiplying x squared times 6 plus 6 times 6 will be 36 minus 6 times 6, 36x plus 5 times 6 will be 30 equals, let's copy 6x squared plus 36 minus 36x plus 30. Lastly, 6x squared minus 36 times 36x plus 6.